An aster, for those who don't know, is a pretty, daisy-like flower. It's attractive and colorful, but not particularly rare, nor does it really stand out in the world of plants. In the UK, it's a relatively common sight, and therefore not the name one would expect extravagant luxury smartphone brand Vertu to choose for its latest model. However, after using the Vertu Aster for a week, it turns out to be highly appropriate. The aster is a flower which makes nature lovers smile, and like no Vertu phone before it, the aster also attracted many admiring looks. Those who I showed it to made appreciative noises, caressed the metal and leather like they would a kitten, with some even making a big attempt to justify the 4-digit price tag to themselves. Never before had this consistently happened. Was it a sign the aster will be Vertu's breakthrough device? Looking back at Vertu's Android hardware reveals a fascinating evolution of design. The effects of whatever mind-bending drugs were used to create the T have clearly worn off in the come-down aster. If the T was Vertu turned up to 11, then the aster is a far more reasonable 6. Getting Derek Smalls out the office is the best thing to happen, and the aster looks absolutely fantastic. If the T was Vertu turned up to 11, then the aster is a far more reasonable 6. When I first saw the phone, it took me a while to warm to its subtleties. Blind dates are always hard, but it was the beginning of a burgeoning relationship I haven't wanted to end. Not one angle is unattractive. Not one screw, panel, or material used feels wrong. And every decision taken to tone down the madness was correct. It's perfectly weighted in your hand, incredibly solid, and beautifully made by hand. Don't forget, we've discussed Vertu's use of titanium, leather, and 5th generation sapphire before. Their inclusion is a given on the aster, and the expertise with which they've been applied equally so. It's the amalgamation of all these aspects which make the aster Vertu's most desirable smartphone to date. Desirability is what pulls people in, and exclusivity is the reward. You'll still need to justify the price, but probably only to your bank manager. Yes, a lot of its appeal is about showing off, but that applies to every expensive luxury product. Quote,